Welcome to Mostly Running Garage. Today we work on a 1972 Dodge Charger and we replace the headlight bulbs. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome to the very first episode of Mostly Running Garage, where we will be working on my 1972 Dodge Charger. It is candy apple red, does have the 440 in it. I'll go into a brief history of it and then we'll get to work replacing these bulbs. So I've attained this Charger about 2 years ago from my father, who purchased it 10-15 years ago, somewhere around then. At the time when he purchased it, it did have a 318 small block in it, column shift automatic. Now it has the 440 727 trans floor shift. Everything under the hood was brand new when we replaced the engine. Went through every little bit, total rewire. We'll walk around the car a little bit here and I'll show you all the little bits we've done in a separate video. We're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lift the hood up, we'll pop open our hidden headlights, which do function on this vehicle, and start working on the new headlights that we'll be getting put in here. So first we're gonna raise our hood up so we can get access to everything. So I'm gonna bring you in, show you the engine bay a little bit, and get you a brief little history on it, and we'll get going. In here in the engine bay now, as you can see, we do have the 440 in here, the big block. You do notice, the first thing you're gonna notice is the air cleaner here. It's got the little small air cleaner on it because it was originally a 318 car. The 440 air filter does not fit on here because I do not have the bulge hood yet. That could possibly come in the future, I'm not sure yet, but as we go along with this channel, we are going to be doing a lot of work here on the 72. That is one of the things that I am considering doing. Like I said, everything in here is new as of probably 6-7 years ago. I did put a new brake booster on it. The brake booster did fail up front here. Aside from that, I haven't really done a whole lot of modifications to it yet. It is in the middle of an 8 3/4 swap. All right, I'm going to pop the headlights up, get to them, we can see what we're working with. As you see, the hidden headlights do function on this vehicle. So now that we got the headlights on, we can see what we're working with. We can see our right side or passenger side, both headlights are working correctly. On our driver's side, we are out a bulb. So we're going to be replacing this one, and we are going to replace the exact same one on the other side so that they stay even. And I will keep the old one in case one does go out later on. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the battery. I'm going to take the negative cable off so I can keep the hidden headlights up, but not drain down our battery while we're doing it. And then once I get the new bulb in, we will then reconnect our battery, test everything, make sure we're good. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect that battery. All right, and our lights did go off because there's no power left on it, as you can see here. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off. Now all you need to replace the bulbs on these is a Phillips head screwdriver. It's 3 screws that hold this ring in right here. And that's all that holds it in place. So I'm gonna get you in closer and show you what we're talking about here. All right, so we're in down low on here, and there are 3 screws that hold this on. Here, up here, and down here. So I'm going to go ahead and take those off and get this old one out. That's one. Two screws, and I actually don't need to take the third one off. I can just slide this out around it, undo our connector on the back side here. Just slides off. And our old one comes out. Now, this one actually only has 2 prongs. Our new one will have 3, and our connector is already set up for that, so nothing to worry about there. Up here, it is a Sylvania. Our old one was the old General Electric, so we're gonna go through and look at what the differences are between these two. Front looks exactly the same, which is great. I want that old school look. I don't want to put brand new headlights in here with regular bulbs. It's just not gonna look right on this. So it does have the same look at the front, as you can see. This one's got some junk on the front. This is the old one, that's good, that we're gonna be replacing it. New one looks brand new because it's brand new. Now the difference is when you get to the back side here. So you can see we only have 2 prongs here. On this one we have 3. We'll take our little protector off that they packaged it with. We do have that 3rd connector. So we'll go ahead and throw this in. Okay, now that I've got it connected, I'm gonna just place the battery cable on and see if it all lights up to make sure that the problem actually was the old bulb, which 99.999864% sure that it is, and that we don't have a wiring issue. This whole car has been rewired, so I'm almost positive it's just gonna be a bad bulb and we'll be good to go and put the ring back on and get it back into place. We got everything in place, got everything plugged in. Let's put the power back on, make sure that the bulb was the problem, and I want to do that before I put the ring back on, because if I put the ring back on and then the bulb doesn't work, I gotta take it all off again. Let's do everything one time if possible. So let's put some power to it. And look at that. All 4 headlights working. Now I'm gonna take the power back off, and so we don't kill our battery, we don't drain our battery. And then we'll go ahead and put the ring back on and put the battery cable back on, actually tighten it up, and we'll be finished up. We'll have our new headlights on. We'll be ready to rock and roll. So let's pop that sucker off and let's put the rings on. Well, this one ring, which is super simple. Just put those 2 screws back in it. Now I am using a magnetic tipped ratcheting screwdriver, so I can do all over the place with this. Just make sure the ring's in place and it'll be able to slide in nice and easy. Very handy tool, ratcheting screwdriver. So we're just gonna hold our new bulb into place so we can get our ring around our bulb, then get everything into place as one unit, and then we can put our screws in. All right, I got this screw started. Now we'll put the other screw in, tighten that one all the way down completely, and then we'll go back and tighten up the other one. All right, got everything lined up properly. Let's get our 3rd and final screw in. Everything starts popping into place. I don't even have to hold it anymore. And it's not going nowhere. Everything's nice and tight. We can put our battery cable back on and be good to go. All right, now we're gonna put the battery cable back on, double check, make sure everything works. all 4 lights working properly. Now we're gonna actually go through and tighten up that battery cable because we are about finished. Check your battery cables are nice and tight. That's it. Now I can shut the lights off, watch the headlight covers go down as they're supposed to. Boom, on all 4 headlights. All right, that's gonna do it for this episode of Mostly Running Garage. Our headlights are mostly running. That's a start. First project done. Next on the line is making sure our rear end markings are good, get our third member back in that 8 3/4 swap that this vehicle is currently in the middle of. I will show you that along the way with how we measure our backlashes and all the different markings and the paint markings with that. I will show that with you guys in another episode of Mostly Running Garage. Until then, I'm Tony. This is Mostly Running Garage. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.